perfection. I'm finding my own kind of satisfaction. Don't try to dull the edge of the glass. Watch the spectrum as the minutes pass. I'm a prism, baby, watch me shine. Taking the dark and making it divine. You can put me in a box of warm hue. I've got colors you never even knew. Living my life like a prism. Prism. All the colors like no others. Prism. Yeah. Can we go back just for one night? Flip phone ringing in my pocket. Lower East Side, we were rocket. Dyeing my hair in the bathroom sink. We didn't even have time to think. It's 2009 and we're losing our minds, chasing the lights that we left behind. Everything's changed, but the way that I feel when the bass hits hard and the rhythm is real. It's 2009. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Skateboard scratches on the pavement. Living for the thrill, no containment. Baggy jeans and a stolen kiss. Tell me, how do we end up like this? It's 2009 and we're losing our minds, chasing the lights that we left behind. Everything's changed, but the way that I feel when the bass hits hard and the rhythm is real. It's 2009. Yeah, we're doing just fine. The world was smaller then. We were giants among men. Don't let the fire fade out. That's what it's all about. It's 2009 and we're losing our minds, chasing the lights that we left behind. Everything's changed, but the way that I feel when the bass hits hard and the rhythm is real. It's 2009. Yeah, we're doing just fine. 2009. Back to the start. Keep it in your heart. Yeah, it's 2009. Encircling level 1. Let's go. know I can't keep. I got a fever, and the only cure is you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Temperature rising, 1 out of 4. I'm crawling back to your bedroom door. Yeah, I got a fever, and it's all for you. Break the thermometer, throw it away. I want to feel this heat every day. Don't give me medicine, don't give me ice. Being this sick feels way too nice. I got a fever, and the only cure is you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Temperature rising, 104. I'm crawling back to your bedroom door. Yeah, I got a fever, and it's all for you. Remember those nights before it got busy, before the world got loud. And the kettle is screaming. We were wide awake while the city was streaming. Shared a pair of headphones on the balcony floor. I didn't think I'd ever need anything more. We used to talk until the sun came up, drinking the stars from a plastic cup. No secrets kept, no words left unsaid. Now I'm just playing the tapes in my head. Yeah, we used to talk until the sun came up. Now I get a text every once in a while, a generic emoji that doesn't have style. I miss the way that your voice used to shake when you told me the promises you wouldn't break. We used to talk until the sun came up, drinking the stars from a plastic cup. No secrets kept, no words left unsaid. Now I'm just playing the tapes in my head. Yeah, we used to talk until the sun came up. Silence is heavy, silence is cold. Is this what it feels like to finally get old? I'm still awake, but I'm talking to air, wishing that you were still sitting right there. We used to talk until the sun came up, drinking the stars from a plastic cup. No secrets kept, no words left unsaid. Now I'm just playing the tapes in my head. Yeah, we used to talk until the sun came up. Sun's coming up now, but the room is quiet. I miss the riot. We used to talk. The suitcase is packed, but my heart is heavy. I'm just standing here. both know the phases of the moon. I can't find the words to say goodbye. We promised we'd write and we promised we'd call, but distance is a giant and we're feeling small. I take a deep breath and I open my mouth, but the compass is pointing me further south. I can't find the words to say goodbye. Every time I try, it feels like a lie. I wanna tell you I'll be back soon, but we both know the phases of the moon. I can't find the words to say goodbye. Maybe if I don't say it, it won't be real. Maybe I can hide the way that I feel. Just a simple wave, just a little nod, but the silence between us feels so odd. I can't find the words to say goodbye. Every time I try, it feels like a lie. I wanna tell you I'll be back soon, but we both know the phases of the moon. I can't find the words to say goodbye. Hard to say, walk away. Can't say goodbye. It still smells like you, even after all this time. Why didn't I throw it away? Cleaning out the room on a Sunday afternoon, trying to forget that you left me too soon. Underneath the boxes and the dust on the floor, I found your old sweater in the back of my drawer. Now I'm holding on to threads and empty spaces, seeing your ghost in all the familiar places. It's oversized and blue and it's missing a button. I thought I was moving on, I thought I was done, but I found your old sweater in my drawer. I remember the night that you gave it to me. We were cold by the docks, looking out at the sea. You said I look better in it than you did. We were so young, just a couple of kids. Now I'm holding on to threads and empty spaces, seeing your ghost in all the familiar places. It's oversized and blue and it's missing a button. I thought I was moving on, I thought I was like a ghost from the past. I wasn't ready for this. Walking down the street where we used to hide, trying to keep all these feelings inside. Then you turned around with the same old smile. I haven't felt this alive in a while. Why did you have to be so beautiful today? Making it harder for me to just walk away. I thought I was over the way that we were, but seeing your face makes the memory blur. Why did you have to be so beautiful tonight? Your hair is a little bit shorter than then, but your eyes take me back to when we were 10. You're wearing that perfume I bought in the fall. I guess I still love you after it all. Why did you have to be so beautiful today? Making it harder for me to just walk away. I thought I was over the way that we were, but seeing your face makes the memory blur. Why did you have to be so beautiful tonight? I could say hello, I could say goodbye, I could ask you how you've been, or I could just lie. But the truth is written all over the sky. I'm still yours and I don't know why. Why did you have to be so beautiful today? Making it harder for me to just walk away. I thought I was over the way that we were, but seeing your face makes the memory blur. Why did you have to be so beautiful tonight? So beautiful. It hurts to look, close the book. Why were you so beautiful? Danger, danger, can you feel the spark shocking my system? Leather jacket and a heavy beat, walking like we own the middle of the street. Your eyes are glowing like a neon sign. I think I'm losing my sense of time. Give me that voltage, give me that heat. I wanna feel the ground beneath my feet. Electrify the moment, burn it all down. We're the only kings left in this town. High voltage, yeah, we're taking over. Static in the air every time we touch. Maybe I'm asking for a little too much, but I don't wanna live in the black and white. Give me the color, give me the light. Give me that voltage, give me that heat. I wanna feel the ground beneath my feet. taking over. Taking over. Voltage, voltage. Oh, feel it in your soul. Lose control. Voltage. Connecting for your soothing. Signal from anywhere. The stars are silent and the moon is cold. I'm repeating the stories we always told. Send me a signal, give me a sign. Tell me that you're still on the other line. I'm broadcasting my love into the deep blue, just hoping that it finally reaches you. Wait for the signal, wait for the light. Frequency humming in the back of my brain, trying to find a way to break the chain. 1 bar, 2 bars, then it fades away. Everything I really wanted to say. Send me a signal, give me a sign. Tell me that you're still on the other line. I'm broadcasting my love into the deep blue, just hoping that it finally reaches you. Wait for the signal, wait for the light. In the vastness of the space between us, I'm looking for a reason to trust that the message didn't get lost in the stars, passing by Venus and passing by Mars. Send me a signal, give me a sign. Tell me that you're still on the other line. I'm broadcasting my love into the deep blue, just hoping that it finally reaches you. Wait for the signal, wait for the right signal. Over and out. Without a doubt. Signal. I did it again. That I don't regret it. Not even a little bit. Everyone told me to run for the hills, that you were the source of 1,000 ills. But I like the way that you drove too fast, knowing that we were never meant to last. If I could go back, I'd do it all the same. I let you set my whole world into flame, because out of all We were a disaster waiting to happen. Two ships in the night with the sails all flapping. It ended in tears and a broken glass, but man, it was fun while the time did pass. If I could go back, I'd do it all the same. I'd let you set my whole world into flame. Because out of all the hearts I've managed to break, you were always my favorite mistake. Yeah, you were my favorite mistake. They call me crazy, they call me a fool, but following the heart is the only rule. I'd rather have a scar that reminds me of you than a perfectly clean heart with nothing to do. If I could go back, I'd do it all the same. I'd let you set my whole world into flame. Because out of all the hearts I've managed to break, you were always my favorite mistake. You were my favorite mistake. My favorite mistake. Best one yet, no regret. Favorite mistake. Can you hear me? Through the white noise. Hello? Broken signals on the telephone line. I'm trying to tell you that I'm doing fine, but the words get caught in the empty air. It feels like I'm talking, but you're not there. It's just static between us now. We lost the frequency somehow. I'm searching for the rhythm, I'm searching for the beat, but all I'm getting is the sound of the street. Lost in the static, fading out. Old photographs are starting to fray. years and just know I miss the way you looked at me back then. Back then, everything was clear. Now you're not here. The way you looked. Crowded subways, but I'm all alone. Where are you? I walked past the cafe where we had our first date. The sign in the window says closed until late. The park is full of people walking their dogs, but I'm just wandering through the morning fogs. The city feels empty without you here, even with the noise ringing in my ear. The skyscrapers look like hollow shells. I'm listening for the sound of wedding bells. Yeah, this city feels empty without you.